back to the Factor Uncensored. It was an absolute shocker. One of the founding members, Dawn Robinson of 90s female group In Vogue, reveals she is homeless. That's despite the group having a string of hits.
You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out.
How could she have been living in her car for the last 3 years, essentially homeless? Former CBS Music executive T.C. Tompkins says he is not surprised. If an artist doesn't own their own music, he says, they will likely end up broke and sometimes even homeless like Robinson.
Well, it's very easy for that to happen. First of all, that income ends after those hits are over. If you're not the writer, producer, or arranger of any material, your residuals cut down immensely, especially now that we're in a digital world. And if they're not touring, I don't think In Vogue did a heavy tour schedule. I was checking with Emilion about that because you can remember major tours that artists took, and I just don't remember a major In Vogue tour. I know they had major hits on Atlantic Records, but you got to remember, first of all, there's 3 members in the group, so whatever points they get, they got to cut it up 3 ways. Then they got management, they got the label, and it's very difficult to live off of music unless, first of all, you're an indie. If you're an indie, you probably nowadays, for being an indie, you can make more money. But they were under Atlantic Records, and they were probably their first deal. I'm sure this was on their first contract on a brand new artist. And they ended up just like TLC, the group that was at Babyface's label back in the day, how everybody complained that they never really made any money. You get a point off of a project, something of that nature, and you split that 3 ways, that's pennies.
And unless you're still out there touring, that's the only way an artist who hasn't written a song, who hasn't produced a song, can make money by touring and getting the money from the audience.
Absolutely. If you're doing a big touring schedule, and nowadays, most of the artists that are making money off of touring are either your big hip-hop artists or your 90s artists.
We'll be back with more Factor Uncensored after this break.